Welcome, dear faithful souls, to a message of deep healing and divine strength for your weary hearts. The world screams you must fight all your battles alone, dropping heavy, crushing weights upon your soul. But what if the greatest victory needs no weapons, and your only task is to surrender all? Listen closely to the gentle whisper from above, calming every storm in your weary life today. God is saying to you today, lay your burdens down, my child, for I will fight your fierce battles. The harsh laws of this earthly realm have falsely taught you that only the strong will ever survive here. They say the weak are quickly swallowed by the shadows, leaving you to fight fiercely for every breath. So you step out into the world every single morning, wearing heavy armor made of endless fear. Your weary mind is always trapped in high alert, desperately guarding against unseen, hidden dangers. You silently prepare countless defenses in your head, fighting off the cruel slander of your enemies. You carefully calculate every single move you make, terrified of being used by those around you. Your mind is constantly trapped in a state of war, exhausting itself by judging who is friend or foe. You desperately try to figure out how to pay those heavy debts that are quickly closing in on you. The heavy scrolls of obligation weigh upon your chest, choking the joy out of your fragile, tired heart. Worldly wisdom tells you that your only reliable weapon is your own limited human strength. It tricks you into believing that if you stop fighting, you will immediately lose everything you have. You grip your broken sword until your hands are bleeding, refusing to let go of the bitter struggle. Every shadow seems like an enemy waiting to strike, forcing you to stand guard through the darkest nights. But this heavy armor you wear is slowly crushing you, draining the precious life from your tired spirit. The pressures of this world are like ancient stone soldiers, relentlessly marching toward your fragile soul. They point their sharp iron spears at your trembling heart, demanding payments you simply cannot afford. You feel completely surrounded by these worldly demands, with no earthly escape from the tightening trap. Your physical strength is fading away with every strike, leaving you vulnerable to the coming storms. You cry out in the silent darkness of your heavy room, wondering if anyone can hear your desperate pleas. The world offers no mercy to a broken, tired soul, only demanding more blood, sweat, and endless tears. But suddenly, a glorious light pierces the dark clouds, bringing the eternal wisdom of heaven to you. A majestic and warm voice speaks directly to your heart, echoing with absolute, unstoppable power. I say to you, my precious child, this fierce, heavy battle has never truly belonged to you at all. When you try to use the failing strength of your own flesh to solve problems of a deep spiritual nature, you only end up completely exhausting your own soul and confusing your beautifully created mind. Your enemies are incredibly cunning and deceitful, using dark tricks that your human eyes cannot see. When you blindly charge into the battlefield all by yourself, you are actually blocking your own vision. Your frantic, desperate actions are standing in the way of my mighty, protective, and powerful right arm. The deep anxiety and endless restlessness inside your heart are clear signs of your lack of trust in me. You doubt my absolute protection when you refuse to rest, choosing to carry the heavy world on your back. Look closely at your broken iron sword and rusted armor. They are crumbling under my divine, pure light. The weapons of the earth are absolutely useless here, against the spiritual darkness that surrounds you. I am the ultimate shield standing firmly before you, ready to deflect every fiery arrow they shoot. My golden rays of grace are forming a holy boundary that no earthly enemy could ever dare to cross. According to the ancient scriptures of eternal truth, the Lord will fight for you. You need only be still. Your human efforts are merely dust in the cosmic wind, while my divine power can easily move mountains. I see the heavy tears falling from your tired, sad eyes, and I have already prepared your great victory. Stop trying to control the massive waves of the ocean. Simply trust the one who created the deep waters. Let the blinding light of my absolute holy presence burn away the chains of worldly expectations now. Step back from the dangerous edge of your own despair and watch how heaven fights for its beloved child. If you were standing at the edge of a raging sea, would you try to swim or wait for me to part the waves? Yet, a violent and bitter struggle continues to rage deep within the hidden corners of your tired soul. On one hand, your exhausted body desperately wants to let go, craving the sweet release of total surrender. But on the other hand, your stubborn pride and deep fears constantly urge you to keep a tight, firm control. You are terrified that if you finally drop your broken sword, everything you built will instantly collapse. Dark, demonic shadows swirl around your trembling mind, whispering toxic lies to feed your growing panic. They exploit your deep fear of losing complete control, binding you to a never-ending cycle of stress. These invisible enemies want to keep you so incredibly busy that you completely forget to look upward. They want you staring at the mud beneath your tired feet instead of seeking help from the highest heavens. The spiritual battlefield shakes violently beneath you as your stubborn ego fights against my holy grace. You fall to your knees, torn between holding on to the heavy debts and letting my absolute mercy take over. The dark mist reaches out with cold, terrifying claws, desperately trying to pull you back into the shadows. It tells you that my divine promises are only empty words, and that you are utterly alone in this dark fight. Do not listen to the father of lies. My precious child, his only goal is to destroy your beautiful peace. The tension in your chest is a heavy, crushing stone built by your own refusal to simply trust my love. You are fighting a war against yourself at this moment, bleeding from wounds inflicted by your own deep doubts. The enemy thrives on your chaotic, disorganized thoughts, using your exhaustion as a deadly, sharp weapon. Feel the agonizing weight of the iron armor you wear. It was never meant to be carried by human shoulders. The breaking point is finally here, right in this moment, where you must make the ultimate final choice. Will you continue to drown in the dark, heavy storm, or will you reach out for my saving, powerful hand? The boundary between total defeat and glorious victory is simply the choice to open your tightly closed hands. What heavy burden are you desperately holding on to right now that is keeping you from experiencing true peace? Today, I command all of that overwhelming, dark tension to immediately and permanently cease its attacks. Lay every single one of your heavy, crushing burdens down right now at my holy and victorious feet. The terrifying debt notices, the hopeless medical records, the cruel threats from your earthly enemies. Hand all of those seemingly impossible problems over to me and watch them burn in my glorious, holy light. Absolute, unshakable peace is your most powerful weapon against the chaos of this dark, fallen world. Your only task today is to keep your beautiful soul completely still and quietly resting in my embrace. I will send a massive army of glorious angels with flaming swords to march powerfully ahead of you. The heavy iron doors that were firmly locked against you will suddenly burst wide open by my command. those wicked enemies who secretly plotted to harm you will stumble and fall into the very pits they dug. You no longer need to wear that rusted, heavy armor. I have clothed you in a robe of pure, bright righteousness. The dark mist of fear instantly evaporates into nothingness as my golden dawn breaks across your horizon. Be completely still, my beloved child, and joyfully witness how I fight for your ultimate glory today. The battle is already won in the spiritual realm, and the physical world must now bow to my authority. Your debts are fully paid by my overflowing, endless grace, and your sickness is healed by my mighty touch. Breathe in the sweet, refreshing air of total liberation, knowing that the heavy chains are finally broken. You are standing safe and secure behind an impenetrable wall of blazing, holy, and eternal heavenly fire. No weapon formed against you shall ever prosper, for I am the mighty commander of your beautiful destiny. Lift your head up high, wipe away those bitter, sad tears, and step boldly into the bright, promised tomorrow. My love for you is an unbreakable, eternal fortress. Rest securely within its safe and comforting walls. The war is over, the victory is beautifully secured, and you are forever safe in my loving, strong arms. Your suffering will not last forever. There are clear signs that the cold winter in your life is ending. Have you recognized these divine signs yet? Share your thoughts and testimonies in the comments below. Please like this video, share it with those in need, and subscribe for more heavenly blessings today.